John, I'll start with the Worcester game. Bet the lads were just glad to get back on that football pitch, weren't they?
Yeah, definitely. Really important for us to get a game under our belts with a midweek game. With the weekend games being a bit of a washout. If I'm being perfectly honest with you, I did expect Stourbridge to play Nantwich on Tuesday night, and I didn't really want to go to Nantwich on the back end of not playing and then having a game ahead of us. That happened, a couple of weeks ago, where Workington, not taking away the fact that they're a good side, but they played on the Saturday and on the Tuesday. We hadn't, and I think it could tell. So it was vitally important that we got some minutes on the pitch, and I'm grateful to Worcester for filling that void for us.
And we know results are not as important when it comes to friendlies. But how did you assess the performance on Tuesday night as a whole?
I was really pleased. There was a lot of positives to come out of the performance, and it's like you say, right, maybe results are not important in friendlies, but I still didn't want to lose, and I still didn't take very well to losing at all. And on second half performance, I thought we were good for a draw, but I mean, on the bigger picture, it wasn't about that. It was about getting some minutes on the pitch, taking a look at a couple of different things. So all in all, it was a positive night.
And of course, Joe Hull has left us for Stourbridge. Was that a surprise? And are you looking to bring in a replacement?
It was a surprise. Obviously, we played Whitby away. We didn't have a good time with it as a whole, really, and not just Joe. We didn't play very well. And on the Monday, Stourbridge lodged 7 days, which any club's entitled to do. And on the Monday, the week after, they spoke to Joe, and he now becomes a Stourbridge player. Disappointed to lose Joe. He's a good lad and a good player. He's been a good servant to us, and sometimes people just see a new challenge in front of them, and they want to take it up. So I've got no issues with Joe leaving. I'm disappointed. I'm not going to lie. I am disappointed. But we just move on. Football, it's very much like that, and you have to move on quickly. So as for replacements, I think we was a little bit top heavy in defensive areas anyway. So it gives an opportunity to a few of the younger lads to come back in and prove the worth. So as for an immediate replacement, there's no big plans right now. That's not to say we're not looking. But, I'm quite excited to get some of the younger lads on the pitch, to be honest.
And there's been confirmation that Nathan Edimo has joined us from Daventry Town. Is that correct?
I know him as Jan Edimo, and he's just a lad who we were aware of at Kingsley, and he's just doing some training with us of late. He was without the club, and we had a look at him on Tuesday night, second half against Worcester. He probably needs to go out and get some games, so we'll monitor that situation. But he probably needs to get some minutes under his belt. It's been a while since he played, to be honest.
Also, weather permitting, another away trip, the 4th away game out of our last 5 against a very tough Nantwich side. Almost beat them at the Grove, of course, didn't we? But what are you expecting from them this time round?
Well, first of all, you're right. They're a very good side, and and playing at home, the favourites. There's no doubt about that. But having played them, we know a little bit more about them, and so we know it's going to be a tough game. But we're in good spirits, and we're pretty sure that Tuesday night against Worcester would have helped us. So we know it's going to be tough, but we go there confident and hopeful of getting something.